Keep a lid on Pickles.
Keep him in the jar.
Keep a lid on Eric.
He's made a captain bar.
Keep a lid on Pickles.
Keep him in the jar.
Keep a lid on Eric.
He's made a captain bar.
Well, thanks, Andy, and I will be brief. I just want to bring greetings and solidarity on behalf of the TUC and wish you well with your complaints to the Royal Court of Justice today. It's important for members in DCLG, but I think it's important for the trade union movement as a whole, because this isn't about just undermining trade unions in DCLG or undermining trade unions in the civil service and government more broadly. This is about part of the government's wider agenda to undermine trade unions right across our public services. The withdrawal of check-off, a tax on facility time for reps, a tax on national bargaining and collective bargaining in sectors like education, continuing fragmentation and privatisation of our public services, all about undermining public service trade unionism, all about undermining genuine democratic independent trade unionism in our public services. So hopefully today we'll send a message to Eric Pickles: stop bullying public sector trade unionists, stop bullying public sector trade unions, allow people to have the right to join a union, to pay subscriptions to the union, to be represented by the union, respect that right. Good luck with your fight today, colleagues. I'm sure it'll be an important and significant victory. Thanks a lot.
First of all, can I thank everybody for turning up at the protest. I also wanted to thank Chris Hickey and Jeremy Hughes, who are the two PCS members whose name we brought this case in against the DCLG, and also all our reps in the DCLG who've been working against the backdrop of quite an aggressive management and trying to ensure that whatever happens today, the union can protect itself and still keep people as paid up members of PCS. This action is really important, and in our media work that we've done today, we pointed out that we have offered the department that we will pay the administrative costs of what it costs them to collect our union subscriptions. That is the enormous sum of £340 a year. This case could cost the taxpayer £50,000 in legal fees. It's absolute proof that this is not about taxpayers' money. It's not about whether or not it's the employer's job to collect union subs. It's about trying to bust the union's organisation in the civil service at a time when there's going to be further cuts, further pay freeze, further tax on our pensions. They want the union worried about its income and signing members up, rather than delivering the industrial action that we need to defeat the government. And therefore this legal case is really important, but it's one part of our battle. We're confident we can win here in the court, and that'll be a real victory for everybody over Eric Pickles. But whether we win or not today, the battle goes on, and we need to be ready throughout the civil service to be able to react to whatever the management do, and we need to send a very strong signal to them that PCS is not going to be bullied. And therefore we go in there with confidence that this is about union busting, and we're determined to use the law to try and stop it. But we're equally determined to defend the union and its members right throughout the public sector over the difficult months to come. So thanks everybody for turning up. We hope we can send a long message to Eric Pickles that says you shouldn't be messing around with public sector trade unions. You should be negotiating with the government on issues like pay and pensions. But if you're not going to do that, we're going to build the union, and we're going to take further industrial action in the autumn if the attacks don't stop. So thanks again to everyone for coming. Thanks again to our activists in DCLG. Go back to your offices and tell the members what's going on. But I'll leave you with this one final message. Everyone's going to be watching the outcome of this today. And whilst we're confident of winning, we have to understand that if we don't, there will be other civil service departments itching to follow suit. And when that happens, or if it happens, the only response we can have is our activists in the workplace re-signing members up and making the union bigger and stronger than it was before. That would be the biggest lesson we should teach them, and that is what we should be determined to do. So thanks again to everybody. We'll make sure that the result is published as soon as we know, and let's go in there and say we're standing up for the union, we're standing up for members, and we're going to oppose this union busting. Thanks very much.